Come on, I'll show you. Might ache a little more. I'll do it though. Born in 47 on April 17th, 48, and I will be married 40 years on April 19th.
Nice.
So I was getting married and you were 8.
Yeah.
At St. Teresa's, no less.
I got married to Destiny when I was 21, so we would have hit those goals.
Yeah, yeah. Time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies.
Yeah, it goes.
We have 1 minute.
Who are we waiting for?
Nobody. Can we start?
Time.
Okay. All right. So Drew is not here, so you get me.
Yay! Party.
So call to order. It is, according to mine, 6:29. And if you're speaking, please be sure we pass around the mics. So let me go ahead and do roll call. Drew is absent. Jennifer Helton, I am here. Kathy?
Here.
Laura Ray?
Here.
Alan is absent. Russell is absent. Winfield?
Here.
Thank you. And then Chad?
Here.
And Kurt?
Here.
And then Allison?
Here.
Yay.
Thank you.
Great. And then we have Carol, who's also here. So thank you, everybody. And if we can, we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, my goodness.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. We had no executive session, and I forgot, Wallace. Are you present?
I am present.
Thank you. I am sorry. It was down here. I skipped. Any updates from the junior council?
No updates.
Great. Thank you. And then we're pleased to have Allison join us. You come with, a nice strong background. I know you're a master watershed with Penn State Extension. So thank you for joining. And then if you want to pull the mic closer to you, make sure it's on, and just give everyone a little update, and we'll go around and introduce ourselves. But I think it'd be great if you start.
Well, thank you for having me. I've lived in Lower Saucon for 43 years, married for 43 years. So my kids went to Saucon Valley, graduated in 08 and 10.
Your kids know my kids.
Okay. Yeah, Adrian, Roz, and Christopher. They were sports, lots of sports. Yeah. I was a middle school science teacher in Bucks County for 32 years. And my undergraduate degree is in plant sciences. My master's is from Lehigh in education. So thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
So if I can, Kathy, I'll start with you if you want to introduce yourself to.
I'm Kathy Pitchell-McGovern. Been here all my whole life, and very active in this particular committee. What else am I supposed to tell?
You're the secretary.
I'm the secretary. Thank you. I'm a nurse practitioner and a beef farmer.
Okay, awesome.
They go together. They do.
I take the F off there too. You do some beef farming as well.
And I do.
Kathy.
Welcome.
Oh.
Thank you.
We'll skip back to me. I'm Kurt. Very nice to meet you. I have been living in Hellertown in Saucon Valley or Lower Saucon for 10 years. My background is in finance and international relations and all that good stuff. So I'm mostly here as the money guy asking the question of, this is a great idea, but how does it financially make sense?
Good.
I have a 7-year-old daughter who's turning 8 in just a couple weeks, and that's about the size of it, I think. Yeah.
Great, thanks.
Nice to meet you, Kurt.
Wallace?
Nice to meet you.
I'm Wallace. I'm a junior council member. I currently go to Saucon Valley High School. I'm mainly just a representative of the environmental club there.
Great.
That's basically it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Winfield Clark. I moved to the area in 2019. I'm from Berks County originally, so not that far away. I work in live television production, so not as environmentally related as everyone else, but I do, I was a biology and botany major in college for a little bit, and I have a nice house in the woods here, so I'm really into gardening and all that kind of stuff, and I live close to the landfill, so this was an exciting opportunity to join the EAC.
Can you grow anything with all those trees around?
Not really.
Yeah, it's such a hard time growing anything.
I'm going up on the hill. There's like a couple of spots where I can, you know, get tomatoes going and stuff.
Yeah, right.
There are a
Like
ton
they
of
get root
poplar
rot,
trees.
You know, too much.
I know. Yeah.
I'm Chad Heinecker. I know you.
Yes.
From Master Watershed Sewers.
Actually, that's,
Yeah, I moved to township in 2013. My two kids go to school, Lauren and Brant. She's a freshman in the environmental club with Wallace, and my son's in 6th grade. And I do IT and websites for my consulting business, and my degree's in biology and computer science.
Hi, I got one. I'm Laura Ray. I've lived in the area like since the 60s, so I've been here forever, most of the time. My daughter graduated from Saucon Valley, so did I. Yeah, I'm business major, you know, I have MBA and all that stuff, all in business, and I'm an IT analyst is what I do for my job, but I've always been an environmental lover, so I'm at all kinds of conferences and things of that nature. I am one of the council members too, along with Chad.
Oh, yeah.
Mention that. Oh, yeah.
No.
We're those people.
all right, well, thank you. We're excited to have you join, so.
Jennifer, what about yourself?
Oh, we know each other. Jennifer Helton, I'm co-chair of the EAC. I'm also on Saucon Creek Watershed, as well as I am a master watershed steward as well. So, thank you. Thanks for joining. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're bringing a nice education piece. I think we.
I'm excited to maybe be involved in the environmental club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the connection there.
Yeah. So.
I just want to remind everybody about the microphone. It's hard for me to hear some of you up here.
Okay.
So I know it's right this way.
All right.
Okay, good. Well, thank you. You're welcome. So one of the things we were gonna bring up is we do have one seat vacancy after we got through the meeting last week. We do have one, so if there's anyone you wanna recommend that we're looking at by the numbers, it's a
like so hard to keep track
non-voting.
of.
Yeah, it's a non-voting position.
Do we never fill it? We must have never filled it.
Yes, so. I'm going to reach out potentially to someone to see if they want to come from the planning board. When we did our bylaws, that was one of the nice recommendations, that it'd be good to have someone on the planning board, on the EAC. So I just got the email, so I haven't done it, and I'll keep you posted on that, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so, okay. But if you do know of someone, just have them fill out the form. It's always good to have potential candidates.
Do you want me to put it out there again on, do another blast on Facebook or?
Can you wait and let me, yeah, and we can touch base. Okay, great, thanks. All right, and then, one of the things that has come up, and I want to just briefly, discuss is, we're held kind of close with the Sunshine Act in Pennsylvania, and I hope everyone had an opportunity to look through their packet and go through it. And the reason it came up is our open space. We got so gung-ho, everyone wants to be working on it, but yet kind of had to pull back. I had some discussions and found out that really we should never have more than 3 voting members on any subcommittees in a room talking business. So with that, we kind of talked to Russ and Winfield to say, hey, we got too many. Now, we can create another subcommittee, and we can talk about that in just a second. But we have to be careful of that. We don't want to be in any kind of violation, you know, and the key points are, you know, really to keep it down to 3, in our case, members, because we have 7, so we want to keep it below the quorum. And they, you know, non-voting members can also count, but we do have, you know, we go out with open space, we look at properties, but we also are trying to revamp the open space. So I didn't want to go into great detail. We're not having a meeting. We're not going to post it as a public meeting, but if we're in a subcommittee, we just want to be aware of the Sunshine Act. And so,
More than 3 or not 3?
Not more than.
no more than,
Okay,
yeah,
Because once you get to 4, it's a majority, right?
exactly.
okay, because to say that the stormwater,
See, that's why I wanted to bring it up,
Yeah,
because,
now, because of that, yeah, we already do have more than, because Drew's on that too, isn't he? That would be 4.
Drew, Alan, and yourself.
Yeah.
yeah,
We're
so,
Oh,
okay
but
with
you're
that,
not
because
on.
I'm not.
Oh, right. It balanced out the.
yeah, so that,
So
that's
we're okay already
fine.
as we are. The open space has to reconstitute itself a little bit, perhaps?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and so I send out an email, through email.
Russell and I, yeah.
Yeah, and the one discussion that we could have real briefly with the open space is if we have a group that's gonna be looking at the properties, where we're at, where we are coming from. But if somebody wants to work on, and I know Drew is big on this, on looking at the open space document, we could have a separate, but we can't, you know, it still has to just be a subcommittee that would look at the existing bylaws for open space. So Drew's not here, but I'm just gonna put that out there and we'll have it on the next agenda. So Carol, if we could maybe just put that out there on the next agenda, that we'll talk about an additional subcommittee for open space governance.
Alan's gonna wanna do that.
Yeah, so, but we,
You said he will. Rules and regs.
Oh, that's his thing, man.
I just want to learn more about it so I can officially like be able to, on my own, like if I'm out walking somewhere, be like, oh, that would make sense, and then
Correct.
mental note.
You learn a ton.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what that's the part I was interested.
use the mic, guys, sorry.
Did you hear me there with the?
We were chit-chatting.
Oh, I kind of boom. I boom a little bit with my voice if I.
As
I'm
far as the
so
public,
compelled.
public notice requirements for that, to make sure we're in compliance, if we're scheduling online web meetings for discussion, do those have to be published?
Not if it's a subcommittee.
It's a subcommittee.
Yeah, no, if it's a subcommittee and you're below, you know, 3, max of
Less.
3 voting, no,
Okay.
no.
You're not making any decisions. like
Right.
this.
You're incapable of making any.
Yeah, you're not making,
Thanks.
you're not
Yeah.
taking official
I am,
action.
yeah, I am
You're not
incapable.
taking
As long
an
as you know.
official action or deliberating.
Yeah, and I put in, you know, if you wanted to read up on the open record and all that on the, you know, list some fun reading, feel free. So, okay, any other discussion on that? Okay, great. And then, we have our annual, the spring road cleanup, adopt a spot. Any time that works for everybody? We can do it from March 28th to June 14th. And does anyone want to chair that? It's a low commitment. You just have to pick up the stuff and put up the signs.
Oh, I can take care of that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thanks.
You go to
I
Public
got the truck.
Works. You go to Public Works,
Not a
that's the whole thing.
Yeah, it'll be on a Friday, and then you return it on Monday.
Not a problem.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
April 11th?
Once the dates are picked, Kurt, I'll send you the information.
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Not April 11th, no?
I'm out of town.
That is my daughter's birthday, so please not April 11th.
Okay.
How about
I'll
March
be-
28th? Carol's going like
No.
this.
No, you can do March, that's a good day.
No kings.
Just get it done.
No.
March.
Protesting.
Morning, right?
There's other stuff.
Oh, no, I can't do the 28th. I'm doing a live staking demo.
Yeah, there's a staking, I said.
Yeah, sorry.
May 9th,
May 9th.
maybe?
Is there any other April dates?
I was gonna say,
Cause the later you get, then there's more green stuff growing,
This is true.
and then you can't see.
And poison ivy.
The 4th, no. 11th, yes. but
No, I can't, that's
18th,
Saucon Creek
no.
watershed cleanup.
It's my
road
birthday
cleanup.
the day before, and I'm not getting up early.
And then we said April 4th. April 4th is enough.
CRD walk,
Well, we can
And talk
even
is
do
the
it on a
25th.
Sunday too, it doesn't have to be a Saturday.
fair.
The Easter egg
Is
hunt
that
is on April
help?
Let's do it on Easter Sunday then. We can go
And
hind out.
is it the 4th?
What was
Item
wrong
ahead
with
of time.
March 28th? What was wrong with, I forget.
There
There's
is
activities for other people.
I knew that. What,
Master Watershed Stewards Ilex Mill live staking event.
Yeah, we're
oh,
doing
that's
a
what it was.
demo.
Is that a,
What
that's,
about the 29th?
I was gonna
Would
say,
you
what about the
consider it?
29th? Or is that too much for one weekend?
Oh, no.
It's usually pretty quick.
29th is
Chad's
okay.
Like
face.
an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fun. 29th.
because I do like the
I think it
argument that there
is.
won't be a lot of undergrowth
No
for cleanup.
singing.
I know, that's why you want me to be the chair.
And I don't wanna be with you.
So March 29th.
March 29th.
29th, okay, so EAC
Get it
road
done.
Okay.
cleanup.
Kurt, what's a good time for you to pick up and drop off?
Put in my
Anytime after 9 a.m. and before 3 p.m.
On Friday.
Palm Sunday.
9:30,
So you have to
and
come.
it would have to be before 2:30.
That's perfect.
Okay.
On the
So I'll
27th.
send you some, the date and the times tomorrow.
That'd be
and
wonderful.
Just confirm.
Can do, thank you very much.
Let me put this in here. And what time are we gonna meet?
We do it at 9 usually, 9 to 10, but we've done it at 8,
Ooh,
but it
it's
is, a s-
Palm Sunday that Sunday.
I did just see that. And I don't, my calendar's wide open.
Yeah, but it is Palm Sunday, okay.
Is that Palm
Just
Sunday,
wanna
the
make
29th?
sure.
That's what my calendar said, yeah.
I don't have those holidays in mind.
Palm Sunday.
It
What
is,
is Palm
just so
Sunday?
you know.
Would you rather do
The
it in
Sunday
the
before Easter.
Is there anyone that was planning on attending service before noon on Palm Sunday?
I just put down Easter instead.
I'm available.
Yeah, I say we do, we're with you at 9 a.m.
I mean, not everyone
9 a.m.
has to go if they can't go, right? I mean,
But
yeah, and normally 4 people are good.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
it
with
takes
the
an hour.
amount.
And have we identified the road that we're doing
Yeah,
this time?
Reading
Reading?
Road.
It's the same, okay.
I don't really get to switch.
Yeah.
Well, we did a couple other ones last year
Well,
too.
that was the historical society.
Oh, that was the historical
We're gonna
society,
do
okay.
that again.
Yay! That was the one where I got all the ticks.
Oh, great.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
I got a vacuum cleaner.
No, 9 a.m., 8 or 9? I think it's
9
9.
a.m. should be good, if that works for everyone.
I've never done one. I'm trying to remember and get in there.
Pretty easy.
Get it in your calendar.
But that doesn't mean
Just
anything.
get it
Long
done.
pants and, as I went last year, a head covering.
For the mosquitoes or the
No,
ticks?
I literally had my wife pulling ticks out.
Your head, okay.
He's
You're
so
not supposed to pick up the
dramatic.
garbage with your teeth. That's what the thing
I
is
did
for.
get- I have a dozen ticks.
Because
I just pull 'em off.
Okay. So with that, we'll hop to subcommittees.
On the record.
It is.
And we talked briefly about open space. I will tell you, we are working with the Heritage Foundation, Conservancy, sorry. And we will, be scheduling time with them in our initial committee to look at, you know, particular properties, what we've already looked at, send out letters with the ones that, you know, we went to visit about 2 years ago, so we want to get up to date and all that, so. Stormwater Management Committee,
All
how's
right.
that going?
I had a meeting last week. Alan attended.
Okay.
We went through the full report from 2025 together.
Oh, that was fun.
And I had spent the time to go through the report itself, and I've highlighted everything that I had a potential question about.
Okay,
And I'm going to itemize all of this and consolidate it on a document
okay,
and give that back to this group.
great.
That I would like to have us submit that either to administration or Hanover Engineering or whoever's
Okay.
responsible for consolidating this.
Yeah.
And ask some questions for clarification. For the most part, we're hitting everything that we need.
Good.
But there are some questions,
Okay.
you know, like observation points. We have 71 outfalls, 3 basins managed by the township. 71 of them are mapped, but they're not on the map that's attached in here. There's another pollution reduction plan later in the report, and here you'll see this is the entire report that gets sent to the DEP. Okay?
Wow.
So in here is a map of outfalls. I'm not sure where it is exactly. I should have wrote the page down. But there's one, this is the map that's the most current, and it doesn't even print out right. It's all black. But you can see there's 71 yellow dots.
Yep.
That's all the places that need to be monitored for illicit discharge.
Okay.
Like after it's dry weather, so it's not raining, you go and you look, and if there's an outflow, then there's something leaking.
Oh,
That shouldn't
gotcha.
be there, okay?
Or it's not draining
So,
properly.
yeah, so this map is current, but the one that's up earlier in the book only has 30 or so. So just those little like paperwork, making sure things are correct. If you want to scan through this, but you know, when we talk about like observation points, we only have 2 listed here. And they have to be looked at once every 5 years, and then there were none within the last calendar year. So things like that, like who's
Okay.
doing this?
Okay.
And
So is your recommendation to provide us with a document?
I'm gonna give you a list of all of my notes
Okay.
of the front level report with
Okay.
questions and concerns.
Okay.
So that we don't have to do that all right now, but we're gonna go through that next month perhaps.
Is your intent is then we would pass it on to, just for clarification, administration, be it?
Administration or engineering, or if council has to approve it for us to
Okay.
do that, whatever.
Okay.
One of the notes in here, just to, if I got time to talk, township should look to expand upon their system for the public to report issues, including but not limited to creating a complaint form that would be available on the website. We have a form, but it's paper. You gotta print it out, right? So to have a form put on the website that you can fill out digitally would be nice.
On the website.
Digitally?
It was added last week, yes.
Last week.
And you can
Last
enter
week,
it.
thanks.
I mean, it was for zoning purposes, but it covers everything.
Does it have
So,
illicit discharge in there?
list of discharge?
Yeah, illicit discharge for MS4.
No, it's basically a complaint form itself.
It is the complaint form, they just digitized it and put it on the website?
We created it and put it on there. So if it's something that you need added to that, it was created by the zoning department, is what I'm saying.
Okay,
So,
I'll
but
look at that.
It's for other things. So yeah, take a look at that.
I'll look at that.
And see if you need to add anything.
Okay,
Is
okay.
it on the main page? Sorry.
The current stormwater management page that we have right now, the latest report that's listed on there is from 2022. So we have a couple years of reports that are not accessible.
They just,
And if they've
for the
made
township,
updates,
remember, they just redid the website and we can
understand.
just
I'm
let
just-
Carol know that maybe,
I'm just
the
saying,
link's
this is
broken,
like all
yeah.
the stuff that's gonna be in what I'm gonna consolidate, like recommendations and things that I might have found. And in here is obviously a note that we've had significant staffing shortages, you know, in the last calendar year. So it's hoping, the township hopes to hire staff to fill both positions for zoning and manager, okay, that should be them able to re-implement some of these best management practices
Okay.
for the 25-26 reporting period. So things are in motion. So that's the main report
okay,
that I have questions about. Alan's gonna look on, he's gonna try to find out some more detail on actual pollutants that are ending up in the water. And then I went through this report again, then at the back end of it has all of these attachments to it. And I'll pass this around. They're organized by the MCMs. So 1 for education, outreach, 2, and we have 3 and 6. And in here, you know, like things like, I have some notes here, just to make sure that we have the most current version of them.
okay.
Okay, whatever we're working on, because Penn State Extension has rain garden material. We have one in there now from the rain garden presentation that we had last year, okay? But we also have a rain garden thing in here from University of Connecticut, which I think it should be removed. It's not really applicable. So if you wanna take a look at that. And then the last point that I'll make here, and I don't know if you wanna just page through that thing. Yeah, have fun. Yeah, just look through, but like, you just get a sense of like how much, what's all in there. The last thing, and I mentioned this earlier last year, whenever, in our zoning ordinances, Appendix F, low impact development practices. That's in here, something that we should be doing. And I think that this piece of paper, as a checklist, needs to be something that we hold up every single time we get a set of plans in here.
Oh, okay.
And we should check off what's actually low impact or not. And this should be our reference material for like the warehouse that they're talking about on Easton, right?
Data center.
How many are they doing?
Okay.
All right?
Is this on the website, that document?
That's on our zoning board docs or whatever it is, the E-Cody 360 something,
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's our
the-
zoning code.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right, again, I will consolidate all my highlights and notes along with the attachment list. That's all the separate files as they're put in. And I'm gonna give that back to us next month.
Okay. Good, that sounds great. Thank you, that's wonderful.
Speed reader.
I have a small, can I just tell you? So PSATS is having a green infrastructure webinar on stormwater stuff. PSATS has an online webinar on March 26th at noon on green infrastructure for stormwater. So I just signed up for it today, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Was that in
I
the
think after it
email?
happens, we might be able to have access to it. Yeah, it's in one of the millions of
The emails
PSAT
that they-
emails.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can,
I will, if you wanna forward
if you
that
go
to
on
me.
the PSATs, I'll try to
Oh,
find a link
all
or
right, I'll make a
something
note
for you.
it.
One of the things that I found, just talking about the internet site, there is, under the Environmental Council forms and documents, this has always been there. I wanted to ask, just a quick question, there's a natural resource inventory. I would think that should be on our EAC, not a separate link. Maybe add that. I think that would be very beneficial, and we could ask Carol, you and your fine team, maybe to put that document on our EAC versus. Yeah. It's under forms, but it's not like a link that goes directly to it. And then also, we have so many things that we're putting out there. One of them, this 1,000 canker disease, killing black walnuts and peas. I don't know if that's more current, old news. You know, we talked about the salt. We got the JPEG from Jennifer on, 1 cup of salt goes a long way. Maybe we're putting some of that. We can make recommendations to Carol to put it in there. But
Where did you, I wanna go back to the natural resource inventory, it's on the EAC.
it's under forms and documents. I didn't see it on our EAC. You have to click form and documents, and then you get everything. You get general, finance, park and rec, planning.
Under, EAC there, that's where it is.
Yeah, and I thought, can we put it on our main page? Yeah, under open space.
And further to that, some of these resources that are attached to this report, to make sure that those are publicly available, I know that a lot of them are, just to make sure that we're, taking and talking, that's all. So.
So if you get time, think of great ideas so that we can continue to work on them in, our EAC page.
Yeah.
That'd be helpful.
You see some of those ideas in there? I mean,
Some retention space that we were talking about.
yeah,
This says we should be having a conversation.
that should be on, like I said, on the table every time we review plans. And that might be a scoring mechanism for us.
That's a good point, yeah, very good point. So, just because it was on our last meeting, the development items, I do know that property that we reviewed, the warehouse, did not go through zoning. They withdrew at this time. It's not done. They just withdrew going through zoning. So, I'm not sure where it stands, but it did not go forward into zoning. But it was the developer who pulled it. Just so you know.
Just got the,
So,
engineering report. Memo.
any other point?
That's all I got on that. Thank you.
Thank you, that's great. All right, no developer items this month, and then we have updated reports. Kathy, I know in our package, we have our
Yes.
electronic recycling. You've got the posting in our package on the 19th.
We have to decide as a group, are the 5 EAC goals, unfortunately, Drew, in fact, they're all voting members, right? So 4 of us aren't here, Drew, Alan, and Ross is 3, and then Janine, right? To talk about, the order we wanna do this, so we can put this off next month as well. But the 5 goals between all of us that we picked was 1, review and update the open space and educate the community. So that one we're addressing. 2, recycling, waste reduction, the plastic bag ban. So we're addressing that as well. These are my notes.
Yes.
3, research House Bill 1322. A lot of you said that, incentives for recycling. 4, bees, butterflies, and bat houses. And 5, review the water quality in Lower Saucon Township. Those were the 5 unanimous goals that everybody sent to me. So 2 of the 5 are being addressed, so that's one thing. The other thing is we have to decide if we want to do, there were some other really good ideas. One was residential energy use, electric, solar, oil, and gas, have an educational speaker. One was invite the PA Game Commission regarding deer, past wildlife problems, and updates that are relevant to the community. One was political signage, pick updates. And one was a long-term project research, creating tools, appliances, and electronics lending library. So, they were all good ideas. So, one was an update more than anything else. Review the trash haulers in the township and update the residents for information to reflect any changes. That's like an informative thing. So my task was to make the 5 top goals for 2026. We have those. 2 of those are being addressed. But I felt it was important there was some, I called them honorable mentions, of people that wrote things in that I thought, that's really a good idea. So I wanted to address those as well.
What were 1 and 2 again?
Review, update open space, and educate the community. Recycling, waste reduction, and plastic bag ban.
There should be a document on the table,
was looking at my
guys,
phone,
sorry.
so- No, it's okay. I had it.
Writing frantically.
I had it in my, and I was looking at the thing on my, all good, thank you.
That House Bill 1322, I may be mistaken because I did not look it up today, but I think that's the bottle, returning the bottles, the aluminum cans for 5 cents. They did that in Maine. It was
Deposits.
awesome. Yep.
Is that currently before?
It
The House
was,
has-
it failed.
it failed,
It has
okay.
to come back up again. Having lived in Maine, it's unbelievably effective.
I
But
lived in New
anyway,
York, yeah, it's
So
been
that would be a question of us writing a letter of support,
multiple, unfortunately.
okay? Is that something that we can have drafted from next month's meeting, so we can sign off on? And check that
We
off the list?
can, we absolutely can. I think yes,
Is that
yes.
something we
I
would
think
write
we need
or the
more-
administration would put together?
It would probably be Drew,
Drew would
and then
draft it?
and then we would agree, and then it would probably go to council. Which that's something that you would probably want to also introduce to the Lehigh Valley EAC.
There was also those other ones, the 936,
That's
940 something.
landfill, correct,
related
934,
ones.
935.
I don't believe we ever proceeded with drafting a letter of support as an EAC for those.
I'll take care of both of those.
So all 3 of them?
Yeah, because the 2 go together, 934,
Sure.
935. This 1322 is the bottle,
Okay.
aluminum can recycling.
I would like to get that done.
Absolutely.
So is it only House Bill 1322, or can there be other incentives for recycling that we're going to talk
They
about?
went together, whoever came up, I think it was an Excel spreadsheet, it went together.
So incentives for
We could
recycling,
absolutely do other incentives
that
for
was my-
recycling, of course,
my question, yes.
of course.
Okay.
So if I can, go ahead.
At the Chamber of Commerce Community Roundtable that was hosted at Lost Tavern Brewery, a member of the audience made a suggestion to perhaps review if the compost center, which I understand is, not necessarily just in our jurisdiction, could compost food waste as well as an option instead of just yard waste.
Oh, I think you'd have to work with Hellertown.
And
Obviously.
if we're talking about incentives for recycling, looking at composting options as well in all of that.
Well, and I would tell you, the food waste media PA has an excellent program they did. It's very successful, but they also had a place to have it recycled. Food waste is different than your leaf.
Yeah.
So it would be a big initiative to move in that direction, because you would have to have, okay. But whatever we decide, we have to know that it's kind of like it's a bigger thing than just saying we'll collect it.
Yeah,
It has to be a way of disposing of
but
it.
would that be something that we as a group would perhaps recommend?
We have a
make
year to
recommendation?
research it.
Yeah, so to think about that. Bees, butterflies, bat houses.
Excuse me, you
Sorry.
mentioned, you said something about recycling, incentives for recycling, composting.
Yeah.
We did that 2 years ago, last year? 2 years ago.
Might have been 3 years ago.
Really?
The
Was it that
bins?
long? Yeah,
Sorry, Kathy, did what?
composting. They came with the barrels and
Right.
the people came.
Oh, yeah, that was
On-
about 3 years ago.
Was it that long?
That was before I was on council.
My point was, unfortunately, it was not well attended, and it was well publicized,
I thought it was well
advertised.
received.
There was like 7 or something.
Yeah, it wasn't a ton of people.
It was right after COVID.
Was it hosted here?
Yes.
It was.
During an EAC meeting?
No,
Oh, it was a
like on a
separate.
Saturday, I
Saturday.
think we did it.
Is that COVID related to, or is that 4 or 5 years ago now? I didn't know if there was.
It was after,
after.
Okay.
yeah, it was.
There was a fee for it, and I think some people were turned off by the fee, but council did approve, like $50 off
Yeah,
or something.
Something.
yeah.
So, and I know for a fact that we have some compost bins stored in Public Works. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know, I'll get a count. I think there are about 73 compost bins if you wanna get something going.
Why do we have
It's
so many
from
compost bins?
back when I started back in 2002, I didn't even know that we had them, but we do have them, and I'm sure Public Works would love to get rid of them.
Are those the tumbling compost bins?
They are just, it's the shell. I have one at home, and then it has an opening at the bottom so that you can take the soil out, and there's an opening, a lid on the top.
Yeah.
And it comes with directions. It's an older model, obviously, from back then,
Yeah.
but if you are interested in hosting a class, you have those.
I'll
You
take
might
one.
as well.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to free up space, oh my God.
I'll take
Yeah,
one.
and
So
I know
let's
that
make a plan, because.
I know the company that came did provide us with some documentation. I'm sure we can modify it and update it
Brown,
and do it
green,
here.
brown, green is what I remember.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so potentially a composting
Yeah.
Class.
workshop.
All right, I can get
And
that
that
done.
would help clear out our public works
Win-win.
storage.
That is a win-win.
So let me ask you before, Chad, you had a comment, and I know Kathy, you want to get through this, but I don't understand the bullets for the bee butterfly houses. How do we envision that? And then the water quality in Lower Saucon, I know we had Paul Tucker from the Saucon Creek Watershed talking about that, but I don't know what we can do other than the MS4 that is already working on it. So are we,
Yeah.
is that like a duplicate? Like,
So on on the Excel spreadsheet that we made in 2025,
Yes.
5, educate on bees and bats was one of the categories. That's a sentence. That was it. And more than 5 of us chose that, educate on bees and bats and bat house workshop. So, you know, I don't know what to say. And the water quality is more about, the well water, the accessibility of water, the aqueducts, it's that kind of stuff.
So why don't we reword these, one to be educate and then well water. And we could probably have someone from Penn State Extension come and talk about well water.
They had a great seminar last year. I attended it myself.
And I did the webinar that you get the free test
So
where
did
they
I.
send you the box with the bucket and then you
Yeah.
fill it up and in the morning, first thing and all that.
We told Carol, and by the time we got it out to the public, they were
It was
sold out,
filled.
remember?
Yeah.
I remember
It was
that.
quick,
Yeah.
for sure, because it's free.
I'm trying to keep up with the Penn State Extension. They have a lot of stuff going on, so I keep
constant.
sharing as I see.
Yeah. It is a lot.
It was a whole thing about lantern flies. It was a free webinar on, you know, how to get rid of them and how to, contain them and
Fireflies.
lantern.
Oh.
Not them,
I
not
was
those.
gonna say, they had one
those-
recently on the fireflies, how
The
to,
lovely tree
how to
shade
attract them
lantern
and
flies.
stuff.
And not treating your your yard,
Yeah.
because it's like 15 months later that they
Yeah.
don't.
And,
Yeah.
just to back up and say, you know, bees, whatever, I mean, I'm a beekeeper. I don't know what you're gonna gain by educating the public, but the butterflies was more about the monarchs and that whole thing. So the butterflies and the bats. That's just from previous conversations, so.
Okay, so on this, like at the microforest that we went to, that's in Easton, they had pollinator habitats, bug apartments, which, are you familiar with them? They're like stacked pallets with, oh my gosh, why
Yeah,
can't?
piping, I remember you
Yeah,
describing
pipe,
them.
no,
Yeah.
it's the wood, with the wood that's the tube.
Bamboo.
Bamboo, yeah, the bamboo stuck through it and bricks to keep it separated. You gotta keep them separated. And like, it's maybe about, you know, a pallet size, about maybe 3 feet tall. And they had a couple of them and it just gives some safe space for these insects to breed and everything. Getting those put in our parks is something that I'm trying to talk to them about as something. But I think this is a great opportunity for our junior council member here to take this idea back to the school and ask, you know, Amber, Sams, right?
Yep.
If there's a way to collaborate on building bat houses
Yeah, would you
with
think
the students.
would you think it'd be better if we like made like a like information guide for people to make it at home so they could put it in like the trees near their house, or do you think we should like make them there and then just hand them out? Because I think either would be effective, but
I mean, you could do both, but to have a bat house or something that you could have a community event, maybe even at community day or something like that, that people, you know, you have
You
these
would
kits.
do the whole thing. You would do the pollinator, the bats, and you could do the monarchs. You can make it a whole thing.
You could.
You know what I mean? Instead of one
Well,
individual thing.
It depends on like, I don't know how the kits come or how,
Yeah,
what needs to be
yeah.
built. Like
But
they're
if it's
different
gonna be
shapes and sizes, but you could have it maybe up at the pavilion at Polk Valley or here at Town Hall Park. We could have an event where we invite the public and do something like that. We could definitely collaborate with Parks and Rec on this. But I think with the students, to have you guys involved,
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be great.
just go back and talk about it.
Yep.
And see if there's something with bat houses or butterfly huts or pollinator
You can make the
habitats.
mason bee ones, they're small, and they use bamboo.
Okay,
And that would be a very inexpensive thing to be able to make.
a kid-friendly crafting
right.
exercise.
Yeah, that, I mean, you could do that very easily. I'll send you a picture of what,
said that's
the
for
one I have.
bees?
It's for mason bees. They're solitary bees, and it's literally, my daughter bought me one, but it's about this big, and it has tubes that are maybe, I don't know, 5 centimeters long, and the mason bees come and But I've seen them for sale in garden catalogs, bigger than that, but that'd be something you could make really easily.
That might be a nice thing for Community Day, because I would like us to have our township at Community Day, because we haven't been there for years.
When is that?
A little project.
May?
It
It's
is in
Oh, it's
August,
August.
They don't know- they
Town
don't have the
Community
date yet.
Day.
Well, I thought they did.
Not the last time I looked, so I just had to put it on the calendar. It was to be determined.
ED?
I think that's a great idea, Laura.
Yeah, and a simple little something that would get people interested, and then whatever other
Yeah,
info we want to share with them.
That's great, okay.
and we can be there as the township.
We can be there as the township,
Awesome.
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll let us come.
All right.
What else?
So to summarize, so we can move on, again, review and update open space is done. Recycling, waste reduction, plastic bag ban is in, you're gonna actually talk on that next. I will take the House Bill 1322, House Bill 934, and House Bill 935. I'll take those and have those ready for April. We're gonna wait to hear from junior council about the bees and the bad houses. And then review, I think it was the well water quality in Lower Saucon Township and the, like, availability, like the aqueducts. Remember, Drew was showing us about aqueducts and how they work and that kind of thing.
Alan's very interested in that topic, always was. That's an Alan topic.
That's an Allen topic.
Yeah.
But he also got, a lot of people picked the same things, so.
Are we going to add the compost bins?
I'll take that on.
Well,
I'll
I would
I'll
just
do
add
the
it as a
investigating.
bullet point, yeah.
I'll do some investigating, just to figure out what we can do, especially since we already have them, so.
I think one educational event is all you need for the report, wherever, over
But
there.
we're not working towards the report. We're working towards the EAC's goals.
But it just
I'm
counts
just
for
saying,
that
we checked
also.
that box
Yeah.
off. We already did
Yes.
that with the road salt presentation.
The compost.
I'm just saying, a composting event would be a public outreach that's in addition to that, which I think would be good, but we don't necessarily have to have an educational one
Sure.
in this calendar year again. I think it would be good if we kind of always had one like informative presentation and one community
I gotcha.
workshop.
Okay. Carol, can you find out, if we do something with these existing compost bins, are there gonna be a charge for them?
For the bins,
For the bins,
I can find out.
please, just so we know going forward.
If we can find out what that is,
Depreciation
something
or
as simple as a
pay-
community day is having
pay
a
us to
sample
take
bin
them
there,
away.
and then folks can sign up to be able to go and pick up a bin.
Yeah, I
If
was
at
gonna
least we
say that
find
to
out there's a
Laura
charge.
Ray, but you're gonna get a hiccup because you're gonna get Hellertown residents
Yeah,
and other, like
that is gonna
Bethlehem
be a trick.
Township residents and stuff like that, so.
Well, we don't have to do it there.
I was just
No, if
thinking,
we're
saying,
not doing a
what a great
workshop.
opportunity, community day, have it there, the EAC, but
Well,
unfortunately.
I don't know about doing nobody's gonna wanna stand around that long, but doing,
No, more of
doing
just
the
an
little bee
advertisement
thing
for it.
sounds like a
Thing
quick
Bee
is,
thing, yes,
The community.
advertising, but that's not gonna be till August, so
But I
it'll
was
probably be
with
later,
you,
too late
'cause
in the
that'd be
year
a
to
great
do
way
this.
to utilize the bins, but, all right.
Chad, let me ask you for clarification. Is the report calendar January to December or?
June.
So
30th.
we could have a second one starting the new year would be July.
Yes.
Okay, so when you
we
said
push it there.
calendar,
Yeah.
okay, good. All right, great ideas. You good, Kathy?
Yes, I am, thank you.
Okay, thanks. And then Laura, any updates on the single-use plastic bag survey?
I'll say the only update is that the survey's out there live. Do we have any count of how many responses, Carol?
And I don't have that number. I checked.
Any clue
the last
or
time
guess?
I checked, it was 155.
Oh, okay,
So, and that was just a few days ago, but
all right.
I don't have a more accurate number.
Well, it's better than like
Thank you.
10.
That's good.
So,
Yeah,
that, so, I mean,
I think I have it posted to go like every 4 days,
Yeah, I
5
saw it,
days.
yeah.
Yeah. Do
yeah,
we
it
have a
doesn't
thought
always
of,
show up. I mean, it depends, it's random what comes on your Facebook feed ever, you know?
yeah, do we have a date that we're gonna,
I think April 22nd,
April 20, okay,
20th, something like that. So,
good.
So,
tell people to fill it out. It doesn't take long.
It doesn't, it's
No,
good.
it was awesome.
Okay,
we're gonna
and then,
celebrate with massive bong hits at the end of that.
Chad,
What, sorry?
Valley EAC, any updates?
Wallace, you're upset.
We don't have anything that I know of right off the top of my head. The steering committee's trying to set up another meeting.
How was the Hamilton Family Restaurant? How was that?
Oh, didn't I talk about that last month?
You just said it was coming.
Oh, it was coming, so that was after our meeting.
Must have been.
Okay. I thought I talked about that.
Was there one a couple
Maybe I
months
gave
ago?
it as a, maybe I gave it
8:30
as a
or
council
something?
update, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
maybe.
There was about 10 municipalities there. I should have brought the notes from it. The topic of conversation for the hour we were there was data centers.
Oh,
Everybody's talking about data centers. And one of the big points that came out of that, Craig Beavers, I believe, Palmer Township, it was actually he was saying he was involved with the ordinance that we picked up and were running with. And one of the other things was about how we were worried about groundwater and discharge and the temperature and all that thing. He's like, I forget who mentioned it, but most of them are switching away from that towards a self-sustaining glycol cooling mechanism where they're not using groundwater anymore anyways. So that might help address some of that.
It would help address it, doesn't mean that it needs to be removed from the ordinance.
No,
Because
right.
that's just a matter of, that's how they would address it.
Yeah.
Why not?
So, but it's definitely a big issue for everybody.
Yeah, and
And-
they did get back from the planning some follow-up notes on,
Yeah,
On
there
the,
was some feedback from Lehigh Valley Planning Commission on things on that, and suggestions as far as noise levels, setbacks,
Parking.
big thing on
parking,
water.
yeah,
There's a big part on
reducing the
water.
number of parking spaces. And if you go, I think it's in our LID, the low impact thing, about having, permeable paving surfaces. That's the other issue, you know? It doesn't work on the roads that great, but you can definitely use it for parking lots. But it was a good breakfast. We're reorganizing the steering committee right now. We've just shuffled things around. We're setting up a meeting. I'm not sure when it's gonna be. I put a free Google Sites website together for the Lehigh Valley EAC network at this point. So we have our calendar, which has been populated with a lot of information, our drive, which has not been well used yet, with various ordinances from all the municipalities. And then I just put a front-end website together that's not publicly accessible yet. I'm gonna demo that with the steering committee. And that will have our calendar on it, as well as the membership perhaps, mission statement, basic information. Totally free website for us to distribute. And the other change or update, I guess, is that, there's a sign-up genius that I should send. And they're trying to have a monthly meeting with the network municipalities, a breakfast or a lunch or a dinner, and each municipality operates as the host. And so you go to the sign-up genius and say, well, so let's pick a month that we're gonna host all the municipalities in Lehigh, Northampton County.
That's awesome.
Bring them to one of our restaurants, maybe take them out after for a field trip to maybe a bioretention or a rain garden, something that we're proud to show off in our community. I know that they're working on Les Franklin that they're gonna replant, right? I don't know when that's gonna happen. I'm just saying, not yet, but maybe. It would be nice to go over here, look, check the schoolhouse.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That
that's
would be a
nice
great
idea.
field trip to bring
Yeah.
people from all over
Correct.
and
That's
show
a
it
very
off.
nice idea.
Let's show something off about Lower
We should
Saucon.
learn from each other.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I will send out the sign-up genius to us internally, and maybe we can look at picking a month And we were opening it used to be just breakfasts, but some people work, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like,
It's gonna be very
we
difficult.
were like,
to find.
let's move it around and have maybe a dinner, whatever works for us. Maybe that'll be a talking point for April. We can go through it and try to pick out which month works for us through the calendar year. That's all.
Okay, great.
That's good.
Okay. Next one is the Lehigh Planning Commission. I know Russ and Alan are active in it, and we've already talked about that. The Planning Commission did come back on the, data centers, but if I could just real briefly say, I grew up in Prince William County in Northern Virginia, and I was just there visiting. It is a big concern, guys. In that county alone, they have 60 data campuses, and they're not little. They're huge. They're like 4 levels, gray buildings, very limited windows. A lot is going on there. And it is just incredible. And the big thing is the state was not prepared, and these companies have a lot of money. So it's good that we're looking at it. The state's looking at it. You know, Shapiro's also having some concerns. So it's a good thing that we stay abreast of it. We don't have a lot of land in Lower Saucon, but it doesn't matter. They can come in and before you know it, if you don't have something on your book. So I just wanted to tell you, it was just amazing to see where I grew up. It's just unbelievable. They grab any space and it's going in left and right. I mean, you would not believe that.
What was the sound like? Could you hear it?
No.
The cooling?
But we were driving and there was tons of it, so no, but I didn't go by an active one.
Background. It was probably like a white noise just in the background.
Probably, and with traffic there, it's very populated now. So, and you know, there are just a ton of things they did wrong. I mean, they had a weak, Prince William Council was weak in their decision-making. They're backing right up, now it's in the courts, into the Civil War battlefields, Bull Run, right there. I mean, it's just, you know, it's a big concern. So anything you can keep abreast of, it's very important, not only for Lower Saucon, but Northampton. So, thank you for allowing me to say that. From there, public comment.
I guess I ought to say something.
Please.
We've been waiting.
My name's Virginia Stangline. I live down the road. So I find your committee one of the most interesting committees to learn from, because it's an educational opportunity for me to really know what's going on. I'm here for over 45 years, never attended any council things till I retired. And then I find out that it's some crazy stuff been going on here. So then glad we have some new people on board. And so I guess I would just want.
An associate member.
I heard that, but you need to have people on the committees who have something to offer with their expertise and their job experience and so forth. So, I mean, I think that's important to have these committees be really functioning well.
Yeah.
And to be respected by the people in the township. So, anyway, the only thing I can say is when we have the town managing meetings up there, they're speaking out this way and they're speaking into a microphone. So in sitting in here, you can hear. So I'm sitting here and I come up here because I can hear better than when I'm trying to listen to it on the Zoom, because not everybody is speaking into the microphones, and that's for any of the different conference committee setups. But even sitting here, for you folks that are looking that way, I'm not hearing you very well. Now, I probably should put my hearing aids in. So I do have them. But anyway, so that's all I just want to say. It's been I'm interested in recycling. I'm disappointed, Carol knows this, I've already talked to her about the newspaper. I take my recycling to Allentown. And the reason I do that, I go there 3 times a week for senior events, visiting people in a nursing home. The garbage pickup for my neighbor and I share, they just take everything and throw it all into the same garbage truck. And here I'm saving everything. I try to recycle everything. So I take it over there. They're open 24/7. There's no gate. You know, it's just amazing what they offer, and they don't even check me whether I'm Allentown or not. So
That's the one on Martin Luther King.
It's amazing. So
Right, 15th
this
Street,
is,
yeah.
I'd like to see us be better at the recycling if we can. But I know that there's people that are not interested in it, they don't care. So I do care. So that's why I'm here to thank you for what you're doing. And
Thank you.
if I feel there was something I could share with the committee, I would certainly get more involved. But at this point, I don't, mine's more administrative. I worked in Social Security for many years, so.
Well, we appreciate you attending.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
We
Keep in mind,
do.
you don't have to have a background. If you have an interest, it's just as helpful.
Yeah, look at Kurt.
interest and
Look at me,
willingness
I
to
don't know
delve in.
I'm the money guy.
Thank you.
Tick collector.
Thank you so much.
Random tick collector.
Township ever considered having a drop-off for
Well,
recycling?
that's she spurred my memory there, that the
Yeah.
landfill does have a recycling program. It's a pain in the butt, though. I mean, because I live near there, and when I moved here, my father-in-law was like, go there, you have to drive up to the gate, you have to dodge the 18-wheelers, all the trash, and then you get the stink eye from the person. Do you live in Lower Saucon? You have to wait, there's dust everywhere, then you get directed somewhere, you have to go to this dumpster that they maybe never empty or never do anything, you throw your recycling in. So it's like,
Right, but that's,
Sometimes you have to pay. Sometimes you have to pay.
okay,
That dumpster is
If
for
you're taking
recycling?
garbage.
supposedly, yes, there's a,
Yeah, I'm aware of it being for personal waste.
I've been, I haven't gone in a while, it's such a hassle, like
Yeah.
certain times.
but we've never had like a convenient one, like Allentown where you drive up, it's open and, okay.
That was an idea I had to, if they are required to do that, have them put something out front.
Yeah.
And then scan something, I don't know, do something where you don't have to fight with the trash trucks and get yelled at and cursed at by the,
Right.
get out of the way, you're not supposed to drive, that type of.
Sure, it's intimidating.
Let me interject here that, on our honorable mentions is reviewing trash haulers in the township and updating resident information to reflect any changes to garbage and recycling services. We have the lists that hang out there on the wall of the vendors, and I'm sure everybody here has their favorite one. Or least favorite one. But again, from the PSATS boot camp that I went to last month, if your township municipality is over 10,000 residents, Pennsylvania Commonwealth Code requires you to provide curbside recycling. We hit that threshold, but there are haulers who do not provide recycling. So that's in my list of to-dos, is to ask that question perhaps of the solicitor to see if we're actually hitting that. Because I'm not sure, maybe some of those haulers
I'm listening to you.
wouldn't be certified
Do you have the
correctly.
mic?
That's regulated through the state.
Yeah, the state.
The licensing and we get our information from the county, and the county gets it from the state. So all those trash haulers you're talking about, that list we get from the county.
But if there is a Commonwealth code that says you have to provide curbside recycling, mandatory, and there are haulers that don't recycle, that invalidates.
I don't know about that though.
So you'd have to go through the state.
You can choose, is from what you're saying? then
I'm
you
saying
can
the
choose.
residents don't have a choice.
Oh, you do. Recycling.
I would think that that's what that code is talking about in enforcement, because if you're
Maybe we need to
over,
research it.
and that's why that's on this list.
Yeah,
Because that's one of our things that we should be taking a look at to make sure we're in compliance.
okay. That's good.
It would be nice. I agree with you. It's frustrating. I separate everything, myself, and watching it all go in the same truck.
But you can choose which.
Do you not choose your trash? Do you live in Hellertown?
I live in Lower Saucon.
Okay,
Right.
I know, but you can choose, like, I use Simon's.
Right, but I think what he's saying is if you're on the list and you say you recycle, but you actually aren't,
Okay.
you're in violation.
So they claim they're
So-
recycling your stuff, but they
Exactly.
throw it all
So
in
if the
same-
state
okay.
has an
I got you.
involvement that goes to the county that comes down, so,
Yeah,
I have Simons now, and they
Yeah.
have two separate trucks, but
yeah,
I switched mine because they weren't recycling.
exactly.
And way back, I emailed the township too and said, they're not recycling, take them off your list. I don't know if they ever did.
Well, we can do the research. I mean, it's,
Get audited, the trash haulers, like when they recycle, wherever it is, the stations that they take that to, they get recorded that they put in so many tons, so if there's a hauler that never takes anything in, the state should pick up on that. I think some of them recycle some of the time, so they do okay. You know, I know sometimes they don't have a guy to drive 2 trucks, so that's the issue I know happens sometimes. Yeah, I saw a real good presenter talk about the recycling issue. And they recommend actually doing a tour of one of the recycling centers to see how it actually operates.
That would
There's
be a
one
great
in
idea.
Bangor, maybe?
Is that our nearest center?
Yeah, it's well, I think it's by a hauler though. I think it's a waste management site, so
I think
other
it is.
haulers can't go there, but
Yeah.
it's there, and it was a very good talk that the lady gave that explained how it works, because a lot of people say the same thing. I separate the stuff and then they throw it in the same truck. Now, it's possible that it gets separated later, but not necessarily. But there is state auditing that happens, so.
I think it'd be worth investigating and then getting more information.
Does the scrap metal place in town, do they only do aluminum, or they do glass also? I mean, just aluminum? Okay. Metal, right. I meant from
Which one's
a
that?
resident.
Where's that?
Blinderman?
Yeah.
It's,
But yeah, they don't do glass.
I didn't know if there was any incentive of recycling there for people aluminum cans, but they have to be collected and
The
taken.
Lions Club collects that once a month in Hellertown.
That's,
The biggest issue with aluminum at the consumer level of recycling is the volume that you need to generate a dollar is
okay.
prohibitive.
So I did that as a kid, but that 25 cents was a lot more back then,
Oh, yeah.
I think. So, you get a pound of aluminum.
That's the bill.
Backwards a little bit. That 1322, that House Bill 1322, I don't know if you ever lived, whatever, but in Maine, you paid 5 cents up front for your aluminum and your glass and your plastic. And then you brought it back to the grocery store, they have machines, and you put it in, and you know what I mean? So it was like a constant thing. Because of that, the aluminum can, you need 1,000 aluminum cans to get, a nickel or something, so that.
By weight.
By weight of scrap, but because the money is collected up front with a redemption program, you just need 20 cans and you've got $1. So it's actually a major fundraising drive. Kids collect cans and bottles because people,
awesome.
it's goodbye to my 5 cents, but here
Right.
you take a bag of groceries, a bag of
And
cans.
then they use any monies that are uncollected, so, each person that buys, a 6-pack or whatever, that's a nickel, but you're not necessarily gonna get all that money back to the consumer.
Right.
So then the money gets, in a pot, so to speak, and then the state uses that money to do cleanup and,
I wonder what the return percentage out of the whole is.
I gotta tell you, in Maine, there's not a can to be found.
Yeah,
I
no,
can tell you
in
that.
New York, it's
I-
definitely over 90%, no
I
question
don't
about
know,
it.
but.
And Vermont does that too. Like,
Yeah.
'cause my nieces, I crush the cans when they're like, no,
Yeah.
you're gonna ruin the. So it's so common for me to crush cans.
It's a shame
You're not
that
supposed to crush
Pennsylvania
the
didn't
can.
get it passed
No,
through.
because they got to be able to scan them and make sure that it's a whole can.
Okay.
Oh,
So if we can wrap up,
Yeah.
we have the township correspondence, the annual report on the Dryer property. It was just an aerial. Any update, Carol, on that other than?
It said on it, no major site changes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, okay. Any questions concerning that?
love the picture.
The report that they send now versus what they sent 2 years ago is different.
taken at night.
I know. Maybe we can talk to Matt about that. So, okay. Then, real quick, we have our minutes to review. Any follow-ups? I sent yeah, it was minor. I did ask Carol to add some of the key takeaways. I went back through the PowerPoint and wanted to reiterate that, we had the, when Jennifer was speaking about the brine and calibrating the spreaders and stuff like that. But anyone else have any updates?
Yeah, since you brought that up, that reminded me. So I did ask Jay about that to see what we do here.
Okay.
They They do calibrate the spreaders. They generally use a 50-50 mix of salt with,
Gravel.
gravel.
Yeah.
And the tonnage they come out with then was, and I think I sent it to you too, it was, it kind of was within the range that we were looking for if you divided in half, because, you know, I don't know if the one half of it's heavier than the other half, but I imagine salt chunks are about the same as little gravel chunks.
Yeah.
So, and then the equipment is, they do have controls, so they can vary the width depending on which side road they're on, and it also automatically adjusts based on the speed they're driving.
Okay.
So when they're going real slow, it's, you know, it throws out less. So it seems like they're
Good.
doing a fair job on what they do with the salt.
Okay. Are there any considerations of doing the pre-salt, the brine?
Well, we don't have any equipment to do that. We would have to, you know, convert some truck or
But no consideration at this time?
no,
Okay.
no,
That
they
you're
weren't
aware of.
thinking about it.
Okay.
We'd have to tell them,
Okay.
we want you to do this.
Okay.
We-
Any other corrections to our minutes? If none, do I have
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good. Real quick, we have our March 16th Lower Saucon Community Impact Assessment. I wanted to just make sure everyone has that on their calendar from 7 to 9:30 at Saucon Valley Senior High School. It will be, you know, help planning the future of Saucon, Lower Saucon. So this way you can have a voice and have an input.
I've been told it's like an interactive event, so it's not really that you have to go there and publicly speak.
No.
I'm told that it's gonna be like, they're gonna have some sort of activity for you to do to show your opinion.
It will be very,
Thoughts on a map or something like that.
what's important to you, what do you think? They'll take all that feedback and they'll, you know, present it, they'll analyze it, and then come back with some findings. So it will be very, very involved, but very informational. Yeah. And I just wanted to point out the newsletter, I printed it. It looks great, very nice, because we have to print our own, it's multi-page, but I thought it was a really nice job, guys. I like what we had put in it. Yeah, very nice. So I just want to bring that up in the meeting. And then, that's it. Oh, just real quick, sorry. Saucon Creek Watershed and Cooks Creek are doing a road clean down 412. So, on April 11th, 9 a.m. to, they say 9 a.m. to 4, but I did it last year in the rain and it took about 3 hours, but it was just down literally from the apple orchard, Bechtel's,
South of Bechtel's.
down to where 212 and 4 meet, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, so, because it's in Lower Saucon, I just thought I'd bring it up to the committee, so if anyone's interested, I have more information, but.
Road cleanup.
Is that through PennDOT then?
No, it's through, PennDOT helps them, but it's,
It's the PennDOT program.
yeah, with Cooks Creek. They've been doing this for 22 years.
Done it a couple times.
Yeah, I know.
You park at Bechtel's?
It's interesting, huh?
I parked
park
at the
at Beckles?
firehouse when I did it, but I think
No,
we
we
were walking
went down to
from
the
there.
firehouse in Springtown, and then people walk up. It down in Springtown.
Firehouse.
Oh, where
Yeah.
that is, that's where
And
you
then I
park.
think maybe I don't,
Yeah, people
remember
got in
if we
cars and went to
walked it.
different areas, but, you
Yeah.
know, because we're Lower Saucon, we went up, we literally walked up one side and then came back and turned around and went back to the fire station.
Whoa,
We got our steps in.
that's a little bit of a walk.
Yeah, but it just wanted to share that, because it is part of Lower Saucon. With that being said, do I have a motion to
Motion to
end the meeting?
adjourn.
And thank you. All right, thank you, everybody, I appreciate it.
We all deserve it.
Oh, second, please.
I second.
Yay! All right, thank you.
Now I have to do this.
got it.
No, stuff that's